guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's recording, I'm going to go over how to mark up a chart. Now, this tutorial is going to be so simple, but it's literally exactly how I mark up my chart. This is exactly what I teach in SMA. SMA is my personal mentorship, if you did not know, but this is exactly how I mark up a chart. It's very simple. However, it has to be done in the exact order that I'm showing you guys, and it has to be perfect, and neat. So if you guys want to see how I mark up a chart, continue watching. So in this particular scenario, I've already identified a point of interest that is imbalance. I'm going to use replay mode to show you guys how to mark it up before you obviously see the play. Right here, I have imbalance from this wick to this wick. So now I'm going to go to the 5-minute and zoom in on this imbalance. So I'm going to take this wick, which is visible on the 15, and make sure my imbalance is exactly identified at the exact point. Now, a lot of people do not get great risk to reward when it comes to their trades simply because they don't take the time and clearly identify their imbalance. There you go. So I'm not moving my imbalance target because I am focusing the imbalance on the 15-minute, and it's pretty close with the imbalance lined up on the 5-minute, so there's no point in moving it because it's generally the same area. Now, I'm going to drag my imbalance all the way across the screen. Why? Because when I put my entry tool, because this trade obviously didn't execute yet, my entry tool is going to be over here. So make sure you're not dropping your imbalance over here and then planning your entry over here when there's already price underneath your entry. So personally, I like to shorten my imbalance zone. Why? Because the exact fill of the imbalance is here. So me having this box all the way down here does not matter. Why? Because the exact fill, aka my exact entry, will be at the top of this box. So personally, I just shorten it for better visual purposes and not just having a screen like this. Okay, so this is my imbalance. Notice that this imbalance is also near the top of this range. Okay, so a lot of people are finding imbalances within consolidation or within within the market moving sideways instead of at the top of the range or from the bottom of the range. The reason why we want to find at the top of the bottom of the range is because when we execute a sell or buy position, it has a longer way to go to reach our target, and that's the way we can achieve a 1 to 10. You guys also want to use callouts so you can identify the exact position you're talking about on the screen without overcrowding the screen, especially when you have mentors and you're sending your charts to people. So you can't send imbalance like this to me because I won't be able to read it. It's going to be all over the screen. Okay, you want to keep your charts as neat as possible without distracting what you want to say. Even this is a little bit too large. Now, this is my entry. Sorry, this is my point of interest. I'm going to move this over to the left of my screen. And now I'm going to focus on the price action here and plan my entry over here. Okay? So now, this is key, this is key, this is key. You're going to grab your risk to reward tool. I'm going to sell at this point of interest. Now, I'm going to place my risk to reward tool exactly on my entry. I'm going to place my risk to reward tool exactly on my entry. I'm not going to take my risk to reward tool and place it over here and then stretch it like this and then go over here and put it like this and try to figure out where the exact entry is. No, I'm going to place my risk to reward tool exactly on the entry that I planned previously. Place risk to reward tool exactly on my entry. Now, here's where a lot of people mess up. They start dragging their stop loss to random places and drag either take profit to random places and start looking at the dotted line on the left and try to identify their targets, which is wrong. So first things first, when it comes to your risk to reward, you're going to start with your stop loss. Why? Because your stop loss is more important than your target, because how much money you lose is more important than how much money you make. You're going to start with your stop loss. Why? Because your stop loss is more important than your target, because how much money you lose is more important than how much money you make. Now, I'm going on the 5-minute because I know that I cannot place my stop loss above this high because it'll be too big, and I don't need to go that far. So I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, I don't even need to look at my risk to reward tool. I'm going to zoom in, take my ray and place my stop loss above this high precisely. I'm also going to change it to red. And after that, I'm going to go back and adjust my stop loss accordingly. So I don't have to look at these lines anymore because I know exactly where I put my stop loss. So I know my stop loss is at exactly a 2-pip stop loss in this scenario. Okay, remind you, we're working on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. So even if a stop loss is too small for you, sorry, a 2-pip stop loss is too small, maybe I do want something a little bigger, I'm still going to come back here and work with the wick. And I can get a 2.8. However, I'm a smart money trader and I know that my stop loss will not go past this point here if my POI is correct. We're going to use equal lows for a take profit. Not imbalance, not order blocks, not any other POI. We're just going to use simple retail trading support for take profits, okay? So when I look here, I see 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 here. Now, some people would go like this, but this has only been respected meaning tapped, about 2 times. Okay, here's only been tapped about 1, 2-ish, 3 times. Okay, but you want to see where there's major support and resistance. Here, here, and here. Now, even though I have wicks down here, wicks down here, wicks down here, because I actually want my TP to smash, guys, you don't want to put your take profit at the tip. You want to put it as close, if not a little bit through the body, so you know it's more likely to actually get smashed when this play takes place. So now I'm going to stretch my take profit. So step 4 is your stop loss, and I'm going to put the label to my stop loss over here because this is where I'm actually identifying my stop loss. My take profit, I'm using this particular zone to identify my take profit. Okay, so this is how people in my academy have to mark up. They have to show me where they're identifying their stop loss, even though they can label it over here, and show me where they're identifying their take profits. So in this case scenario, guys, we got a 1 to 9, I believe. The only time you can use text is if you're actually just planning your risk to reward, because if you send a screenshot, it's not going to show. So you can send me a screenshot like this. Guys, and that's exactly how you mark up your chart. Okay, take profit smashed. This risk to reward tool should also be at the end of this imbalance. Take profit smash. So now obviously we can see we could have got a 1 to 10, 1 to 15, but let's focus on where the trade actually hit. And if you notice, right here in the same area, it's where the market started to decide to take time with the move that it's making. Okay, so we want our take profits to smash, so we can't be greedy. If you guys go to my website and you guys want to see this chart, it's actually posted at my website, www.smartmoneyacademy.ca, under chart gallery. Okay, I post examples of how to mark up your charts and other trades for free under chart gallery on my website. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.